my internet is.
So in the last video, I worked on getting Skyblock levels, and you know what? I was doing quite a few things to get Skyblock levels. I mined and made money, and then immediately spent it all on something that didn't increase my Skyblock level. And so you know what? After doing that and purchasing a Devon's drill, it was time to do my next thing, which was to actually get Skyblock levels. And I did so many things to get Skyblock levels. I waited for weeks and weeks until finally the Levels V2 came out, and that was an easy 6 levels. No, but in all seriousness, I did spend about 100 million coins and minions, and that got me a couple more levels, which was pretty cool. But around this time, a new mare came out. Oh my gosh, Hypixel Skyblock getting a new mare? That's like crazy. This mare is named Finnegan, and Finnegan had this really cool perk where you can get more pelts. So I did the obvious thing as anybody would do, and I immediately grinded so that I could get all the pelts necessary for tier 12 minions. And I got all of the pelts. I mean, look at this. I have so many pelts right here. It's so cool. It even came with a nice little talisman, and I've got none of the minions. But you know what? That's not important. I kind of gave up on that whole levels goal. You see, levels are weird. They measure some sort of progression, but like, ain't nobody got time for progression. Cat is way cooler. So the next step in my plan was to become a master mode mage. You see, the problem is I don't have a brain, and the empty cavity inside my head said that it would be a genius idea to make this as difficult as possible, even though you already have a term, and full Necron armor, and it's starred, 9-star even, and an Ender Dragon pet, and anything that you'd want there. That's not good enough. You know what? No, you have to go Master Mode Mage. I mean, I'm not even a good cattle level for this, but you know what? It doesn't matter. We're gonna do that. But here's where the real problem lies. To do Master Mode Mage, you need money, and you guys see, I mean, I might have a 13 bill net worth, which isn't too crazy or anything, but I still don't have a hype, and if I want to play Mage, I probably want to hide. Anyways, generally all the guides say you should have an Estrella, 2 sets of Storm, 1 for RCM, 1 for LCM, a Claymore with Chimera 5, a G-Drag, and 1 Build Bank. And you see, the issue is I don't have any of them, and so it was time to start another grind. Dun dun dun. Alright. Oh, a wing! Let's go! Let's go! Easy wing. If I'm gonna have to buy an Estrella, 2 sets of Storm, Claymore, G-Dragon, 1 Build Bank, which actually I do have 1 set of Storm, so maybe that could be my RCM set. Yeah, sure. Anyways, if I'm gonna end up having to buy a G-Drag anyways in the end, it's probably better if I work to buy a G-Drag early on and then level it up doing whatever money-making method I'm gonna do. So my first thing was to buy a G-Drag. And I did this by mining more jade. Yay, actually using my Devon's drill for something, guys. No way, crazy. And then getting the G-Drag to level 100 is the first most difficult part because you can't put any pet items on it and it doesn't do anything. So like I couldn't like grind ghosts because I suck. So instead I decided to start doing Crystal Hollow's Mithril, which I had seen on an Implodent video. And so I mined this Mithril for a little while, and after, you know, at least 1 hour of mining, I got it up to level 100. But you know, I know that ghost grinding is way more efficient for money because mining Mithril in the Crystal Hollows isn't particularly crazy for money, so I wanted to go and I wanted to do ghost grinding. And while I needed a setup for this, it wasn't anything too crazy that I didn't already have. I could use my Necron, 1 piece of Crimson, and my Giant Sword, along with the G-Drag with, you know, the coins that I had, and I was able to true one-shot without too many problems. But you see, here was a problem. Derpy was coming up. And you see, Derpy can be pretty cool, and while I don't have a particularly great history with him, he can give you a lot more skill XP, which would be perfect for leveling up the G-Drag, right? But he also doubles the health of mobs. And you see, I don't deal 2 million damage. Maybe some of you crazy guys out there do, so I wasn't going to be able to one-shot ghosts during Derpy. And so I went back to Crystal Hollow's Mithril. I did lots and lots of Crystal Hollow's Mithril, but actually it wasn't that much because my rates were insane during Derpy. I was getting over 6 million mining XP an hour, closer to 7 million. And it was just kind of insane. I got the G-Drag up to level 150, and by the time Derpy had ended, I actually had to go on vacation with the family, so I wasn't able to level it. And by the time Derpy had finally ended, it was time for me to go on our Christmas vacation with the family. And you know, I was kind of sad. I wasn't going to be able to kill the ghosts for 10 hours a day. No, I was going to have to spend time socializing and talking. No. Anyways, I got back from the vacation and I was ready. I was going to grind ghosts until level 200 G-Drag. I started to grind ghosts and after about 30 ghost kills, I gave up. I completely gave up. You see, I was spoiled from Jade. Jade is one of the money-making methods of time, and it is ridiculously easy to do. It takes no brain power whatsoever, so I could just mine for hours and still be perfectly fine. But you see, ghosts are a little different. They take brain power. You see, I have to move my mouse side to side to where the ghost is at. Nuh-uh. So anyways, I needed another way. Okay, that's where I'm going to end this video. If you guys liked, cool. I don't know, the last video did well, so we're trying again. This is my end of 2023. So that's cool. If you learned how to grind ghosts, that's also pretty cool. Because this wasn't a guide. This was not a guide at all.